everyone, this is Colossus, and I'm back with another Joseki Quick Tips video, and today we're going to be talking about this special move right here. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first off, how did this get started? So everyone kind of should know this pattern, I think. If you don't, this is basically just a star point approaching a star point and then jumping back. This is actually a quite common pattern that I think is actually outdated, and now I'm being told it is an old-fashioned Joseki and is outdated. So just breaks my heart that my knowledge that I studied for years is just getting old-fashioned and I have to update it now. It's fun to update, but it also feels like I don't know anything again. So I had a reliable study and reliable patterns, and now I don't anymore. So unfortunately, this opening, I believe, is now bad for black to play, because if you just lose the corner on both sides, then it's just good for the person who has both corners, and it's really, really annoying. Okay, enough about that. Enough of Clossie's little crying rant. Let's go into this move. When they go in and you play this attachment on top, and they chose life on the side, like so, and then they push back and try to connect in the corner. So if you are playing this move, this is actually a slight mistake. And of course you want to cut them, but you can't because there's this cut here, and it's just really, really sad. And then this cool exchange came about. So this one you can actually get away without playing. You can just play this, and it's fine. It's just this move exists, and this is just a little bit better exchange, just for a few points. So this is actually quite good. Now let's look at if white just blocks. Well, now if white blocks, we go here. And now it's a big disaster, because if white connects, we have this double Atari, and it's super, super good. And if our opponent connects, then we get to cut with the tiger's mouth. And this is also really, really good. So this is really nice for black, so white cannot bear this. So white has to no-be down. And then you get to make this exchange, and white connects, and you connect, and white fixes. And now you just get a little bit better points than this shape. If you look at here versus here, it's just a little bit of a good exchange for black. So it is a few points, and it is quite useful to know, so that is important for you guys to remember that against this Joseki, against this clamp, you actually want to play this exchange first. It is worth a few points, and if you don't play it, if you just simply play here, then you actually are missing out on a couple points. So it's valuable. It's pretty valuable. I mean, it's not like going to lose you the game or anything. If you forget what to play, then just connect. But this is actually quite nice. Now, if your opponents do this to you, it is very important that you no-be and do not block. Blocking is a big mistake. You have to no-be. This is very important. Play this no-be. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys today. It is just quick Joseki tips. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys one more thing, and that is this wedge. This wedge is actually quite important to know that you need two ladders. A ladder going this way and a ladder going that way. Let's look at the ladders. So of course I want to cut here. Well, let's say the both ladders work, and then doot. This is the Joseki, blah 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 blah. This is kind of the Joseki. You can kill it this way or this way, I believe. There's a lot of reading here and a lot of stuff in here that I don't want to go into right now. But this is the simple way for black to play. However, if the ladders work for you, then you can simply play here. And then let's look at ladder number one. Doot. Ladder number one. This has to work for black if you were going to play this way. So white is actually in a lot of trouble. If I run with this stone, you can see that white's in a lot of trouble. So white has to have this ladder to play this way. But let's say white has this ladder. Well, then you just play this one. And now this one is the other ladder. White is supposed to have this one. Now, it's not game over if white has that ladder. If you accidentally find yourself in this, I mean, it's still fine, but giving white that Pinocchio is so powerful. This is a really nice Pinocchio to have for white, especially if there's a ladder breaker over here or something. This is already such a nice position. So this is a little bit good for white to play if you do that. But let's say you find yourself on this, or maybe on a unique situation, you don't have the ladder, but giving the Pinocchio isn't that bad. Well, there's also this variation that exists. So that is important to know, because if you can run here, this is actually quite nice. And then you have that ladder. That's super powerful compared to if white just played this. If you just played this one, I believe it's this variation. Yeah, it's so much better. So much better for black. So much better for black. So yeah, that is something that is quite important to remember. that you need 2 ladders. One going that way and one going that way. Basically these 2 stones. This stone and that stone. You need both ladders if you want to wedge as white. Otherwise, you just play the Nobi. And then it leads to the Joseki that we just went over. So that is my quick tips for today, guys, for these Joseki. Is about this one and that little trick move right here. However, this one is going to be a little bit outdated because this opening is not really played anymore, so it's really sad, but, you know, modern Josekis do get updated. Don't quote me on this, but I think the new moves are either here and here. I think those are the 2 new moves to try. So definitely look these up with the AI if you want to study it. But if this is played against you and you see these Josekis happening, this is good Josekis tips to know. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.